All right, family, we are back from our commercial break. We are still here with, I call her our financial guru, uh, Brenda, who is the um, insurance, life insurance expert for us, for especially for, I'm gonna say for the nation. I know there's other people that probably do it, but for our organization, she is the one that I talk to and has been constantly pushing and pushing and pushing to the people, especially the black people, that we need to get our finances together in case of worst case scenarios and also investments, which I am thoroughly enthused about. So yeah, I know we was talking offline, but can you repeat what you said about the whole JC Penney thing?
I'm reading it from a book called Money, Wealth, and Life Insurance. It says, when the market crashed in 1929, J.C. Penney's, a dry goods store for mining and farms, were severely affected. The sole owner, James Cash Penney, borrowed $3 million from his life insurance policy, and that's how he was able to rebound and rebuild J.C. Penney's.
Oh, that's that's crazy. So just
That's
off.
only one company. Like I said, Walt Disney was built off of it. McDonald's, they even had to borrow from their life insurance policy. It's been a couple of companies that has severely been touched from either the market crashing or just, bad investments. And they survived by utilizing their life insurance policy.
Well, before I know you on a busy schedule, and before you get back to saving the world with these finances, I want to give the fellas opportunity to ask any other last minute questions. Because I know we got to let you go.
I don't think I have none right now.
No questions whatsoever.
I know I've been going in. I'm trying to think if I got any more.
No, we talked about asset protection, mortgage protection, talked about college funds for children through life insurance, talked about
Mm,
living benefits. If you were to get sick and disabled and unable to take care of yourself, you can withdraw from your living benefits on your insurance plan. And we've also talked about Assure for Life, a funeral service plan that covers up to 7 people for $85 a month. How sweet is
That's not
that?
bad. That's a good
But
deal.
how sweet is that?
Well,
absolutely.
The only thing we
family.
didn't touch on is like health insurance. Like they have like accident protection plans, critical illness protection plans, cancer protection plans. Like if you ever get diagnosed with cancer, you can get like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, whatever you select your benefit amount to be. We also have plans that cover you that way, as well as income protection plans. Like it's like a short-term disability plan that protects
Yeah,
your income in the event that you suffer any type of accident.
and I think that's a big one too. Again, I'm thinking about this generation. We're at the stage where we think nothing is gonna happen to us. We're gonna be able to go to work every day. We're never gonna get hurt. And in reality, I think that's an awesome opportunity to have because it brings a peace of mind. Anything can happen at work, anything can happen. And to know that if for some reason, God forbid you were down for a second or you were down and out for, a few weeks while you recovered, that there was people who was willing to help you, subsidize that income. That's a great thing to me.
Absolutely. Protection, peace of mind.
I think I'm gonna name
Now,
this episode that peace of mind.
it's
Peace of
not.
mind protection.
Now, where can they find you at? You got a website for
So my
everyone to go look
website
up your
is
services?
www.KWL Financial Services. I'll put it in the chat. Is the chat open? Yeah. And then my phone number is 773 556-8525.
All right.
And that
There we go.
accident insurance is especially good for truck drivers, independent people, working construction people, security, police, fire department, anybody that's at risk for an accident, not just a car accident, a simple slip and fall.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm even thinking about Israel. I'm like, Israel, he's a bachelor over there. So, but he's a worker. He's always at work.
I'm a hard
And
working man.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, to have some kind of coverage. Yeah, of course, you got job insurance and workers' comp and all of these things, but to have your own, just in case others begin to fail, or we're giving you complications about those few weeks you're out or whatever the situation may be. To me, I think that's one of the greatest things because you're getting the benefit of the policy in real time. In real time, knowing that, hey, I got something set aside for an emergency just like this. Let me get on the phone and start making a phone call. So
Exactly. And on the job life insurance, that's over as soon as you leave the job. So if you're not at a job that you're planning on retiring from, that life insurance is null and void when you leave that job. It's good to have because you can get hundreds of $1,000s in coverage for $1 or $2. But keep in mind, you need to also have your own private insurance that's exclusively away from the job.
Right.
Okay. So just reiterate the website, your number, and your email for the listeners of the podcast so they can reach out to you.
Got it. The email address is kwlfinancialservices@gmail.com. The cell phone number is 773-556-8525. The website is www.kwl-financial.com.
Well, with that being said, I want to personally thank you for being a guest on the Pharaohs Podcast.
Yes, thank you
Absolutely.
very
We
much. The first
appreciate
of
you.
many to come.
The first
first,
guest.
yes.
Actually
You're
showing up.
welcome. It's my
And
pleasure.
you can come back actually anytime, actually. So just let us know when
Education is power. I love
yeah.
educating and, just letting people know what's out there. Like, it's no obligation to buy, but at least hear what your options are. So when your loved one passed away and you asked me to post that GoFundMe, know the reason why I'm not going to do that is because I've educated you on how to avoid a GoFundMe.
That part.
Well, thank
That's
you.
really embarrassing having a GoFundMe, especially when y'all got some mutual friends that do life insurance, health insurance, and things of that nature. It's like it just went over their head. They see everything else but that.
Exactly. You
Gotta get your
insure
house.
everything else. You insure your laptop. You insure your cell phone. You insure everything. Why not your life? Why not protect your kids? Why not protect your grandkids? Why not give them that peace of mind of knowing that when I close my eyes, my kids can grieve in peace because they can call my insurance company and say, hey, my mom passed away. I need to get her benefits. And not only that, Assure for Life. I have a funeral service plan in addition to my life insurance plan. Because that means now my life insurance policy is a free check because that insurance plan I got is gonna pay for everything.
Well, thank you for the information and for coming on the podcast and sharing it with us. Like I say, come back anytime. We're gonna probably have another financial thing going on. We might have
Absolutely.
maybe our own little seminar.
Segment.
Yeah.
And if anybody's available Sunday, let me know. I could send you a link to that webinar. It's at 6 p.m. Central Time, and we'll go over the Assure for Life in full details, like how to sign up. Even if you want to be a consultant to sell Assure for Life, you don't even have to have a license for that product. You can sell that yourself.
That's not bad. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna talk to you later.
Absolutely.
Thank you again, Miss Brenda.
You're welcome. Nice
And
meeting you and have a great day. See you, Kyrie.
All right. See you later. Okay. Well, family. How y'all like that for an episode?
Good informational episode. Good to inform the people,
yeah,
bringing more value to the content, value to the channel. There we
Yeah.
go. Yes. We ain't just up
Well,
here gossiping. We bringing value, stuff that can help.
exactly. Exactly, because well, I almost said something. Anyway, there's definitely people who think everything is about gossip. No, we gonna teach. We gonna share. And I'm not a person where I want to just talk about people, but I also want to be able to um enhance our culture. This is the whole reason why I even write books myself. So so that was definitely a great segment. Having our first guest on the podcast. Like I say, it's just all about scheduling. We just got to get it all together.
yeah, yeah, and I think she dropped a lot of great jewels. I mean, like I was asking her, we dealing in the new economy. We got the election coming up right now. It's a lot of stuff going on, and trying to get our vision intact as far as this generation and the next one coming up. We have to get our own vision intact, but we got to be responsible for that. So this is a channel where we're trying to provide you with the opportunity to at least understand it, or get a little knowledge that can kind of take you on further in your own personal life. And at the end of the day, no matter how wealthy you are, you're gonna always have to have your assets insured because anything can happen. You know.
Absolutely right.
Well, I did have some topics um for the rest of the episode. I mean, we got some time left, but what y'all want to do? Because I got
Let's
some
see
stuff
what
to talk about. I got a couple
what
things we can. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna just name them, and then we can just wherever we want to go
big
with it.
one. Go from there.
All right. So first, I did want to recap the NFL what happened because I got on my Chiefs hat right now.
Oh, snap. I don't know what happened. I ain't been privy to it that or the debates. I've been hearing snippets about the debate,
We was gonna
presidential debate.
definitely talk about the debate. We have the live on the channel right now. Luke and I was able to do a just a quick little reaction. Well, it wasn't quick. We was on here for
Oh
like an
yeah,
hour. Yeah, we was
that's what's
on.
up.
Yeah, it's on the channel. We was on there
I'm gonna
talking
have to check it out
live for the first time
on YouTube.
on YouTube. Yeah,
Do the live save.
yeah, it's on the
Live
channel
and
right
in
now.
action.
I'm gonna check it out.
Live and in action.
Yeah,
Yep.
the
I
live on
gotta
the
go back and
channel.
check out our list for that.
Um, we could talk about that is one it is one thing. Okay, so for the NFL, there was a situation with one of the wide receivers of the Miami Dolphins,
Oh
Tyreek
snap.
Hill.
Oh no.
Tyreek Hill was detained by the police right before his game. Now, a lot of people were joking, of course, making little jokes like, "Oh yeah, they probably took the under for the fantasies and all the all of the fan duels and all of the draft picks and all that stuff. They was trying to stop him from doing his thing. He ran for over 130 yards in that game,
Yeah,
in
he
a
came in
touchdown.
killing.
So he was doing his thing, but I just want to show this. Let me just go ahead and show the clip of this video because I want y'all reaction uh to this just real fast.
Just
Um
let me step out, or I'll be pausing in a few minutes if people talk, because I am at work, but ain't nobody come in yet. So they while we wait for the oh there you go. All right, yeah. Go ahead.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Knock on my window like that, though. Like what? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here. Now we can over here and talk to you. Just get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm gonna be late, gang. Do what you gotta do. Keep it down. Hey, keep your window down.
They had the bikers get him.
Yeah.
Disrespectful. Why you roll up the window?
Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. 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 What part of Florida you in this town? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting up. When we tell you to do something, you do it.
He had 3 of them.
You understand? Not when you want, but when we tell you. See? Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery on my knee.
All right. So, social media outroar, of course. First of all, him getting detained right before a game is crazy. That's
Yeah, that's crazy.
nuts. But what do y'all think about y'all first initial reaction to the whole situation? How he responded to the people, to the officers, and everything. You think that was a okay situation? Was it the officer and his ego tripping?
No, I
Like,
think apparently I feel like people need conversations on how to deal with them in person. How you doing? Conversations on how to deal with them and how to talk to them, because when the police first come up to you, like, why are you argumentative? Like, dude, you could have just got your ticket and kept it moving, but it seemed like people just go left as soon as the police come. So I've had personal experiences with the police myself down here, and it's been positive because I'm like, yo, I narrate everything I do, and they be like, oh, you good. Ain't aggressive. So he just came off aggressive, in my opinion.
was this also a thing though, Luke? Wealthy black man feel like he could do what he want to do or talk to the police how he want, or is it really? Because to me, the officer was pretty aggressive, also taking him out of his
Yeah,
vehicle,
you
and
can feel
then
it.
He was disrespectful. He rolled up the window. Like, dude, what?
Well, this is the thing. Even with the roll up the window, you know, I've come to learn as we get older, respect changes in the court of law. Respect is different in law, and so one thing is by law you don't have to roll your window all the way down, and many cases have been won because of that alone. So yes, you can hear the tension in him especially when he said, don't tap on my window like that. It probably was already a little aggression going on in the beginning of this video when everything was first getting started. But I can kind of understand both sides. As far as being a football player, you're basically trying to get to work. Okay, you're trying to get to work and you're anxious. You can hear the anxiousness in his voice, like, okay, man, just do what you got to do. Give me my ticket. Let me go on because I'm trying to get somewhere. But I think the police officer at one point did get a little feel a little bit of a kind of way. And then when the window rolled up, it was like, oh, here we go. This is what I needed. In reality, he didn't close the window. You don't have to roll the window all the way down. Cracking the window is actually referred and preferred by a lot of people who train on how to deal with officer stops. Cracking the window at first, or at least making sure it's visible enough for them.
well,
So
in a video, I don't know if you could tell, he was cracked at first, and then he rolled it all the way up.
right, then he rolled it all the way up. Yeah, that's when I say that I think it was irritation came about that part then. So, I think he could have handled it a little bit. If he didn't want the situation of getting arrested, he could have handled it, because then you go to playing chess.
Right. It
And
wasn't even that serious.
yeah, but again, I don't know
Like
if
they didn't.
in his mind, if he's like, okay, I'm trying to hurry up and get to the game. I want to blame it on the anxiousness of it. Maybe it's just that anxious feeling of, okay, I'm pulled over. I get that. I can pay for the ticket. It's not like it's a thing of him having a problem paying for the ticket. Probably ain't even his first ticket. But I think in the circumstances of being in a rush, that kind of amped him up a little bit more than he probably wouldn't have been if he wasn't in a rush. If he was just going to the gas station or something. I don't really think it got anything to do with how much money he makes and all that.
He was doing a 75 and a 45, bro.
Yeah, he was gonna get a ticket. Like, he knew he was getting a ticket because he told them, look, do what you gotta do. That's his way of saying, I know I'm wrong, but can we speed this process up? I don't need a lecture because I'm trying to get somewhere. So you can kind of weigh and say, well, that's right and that's wrong. But in reality, it's like, hey, it is to the point. Write the ticket.
Wait a minute, bro. What you just said on the live yesterday, that what the queen say, you can do whatever, you can make the choice, but you can't, choose the consequence behind it. How you gonna tell an officer to hurry up after you were speeding?
Yeah. That is true. That's why I said I don't think he would have did that though, Solomon, if it wasn't for the game, bro. If this was just a regular day, maybe even late to practice, but you can feel the anxiousness in both of them.
It was the first game of the season too. It was the first game of the season.
First game of the season. Yeah.
He probably ain't want to get fined because he was gonna get in trouble. He was gonna get in trouble if he was really late for work. So I get that. He probably was. What'd you say?
He should have left earlier.
Facts.
He also did. Now, should this happen to him? Should he get fined by the NFL because he did a celebration? In the celebration, he got arrested in the celebration. Do you think
he got arrested in the celebration?
Yeah, like he made the whole thing of like him getting arrested. As a celebration after he scored the touchdown.
That was stupid.
No, they shouldn't fine him for that. That's weird.
Nah.
Okay. That's weird.
Nah.
To fine him for that?
Yeah,
that happened to him. It's not even like he's mocking somebody else. That's his life. It actually happened to him.
Celebration.
Now, and now I'm all for that. Some players get a little wild and they get disrespectful when they mocking or when they celebrate, and they'll mock other people. But y'all gonna find him for mocking himself? Nah, that's weird. I'm sorry, that's a little weird. It's called self-esteem for a reason, right?
It's esteem of yourself. So they did a press release and everything like that. The Dolphins organization is saying, hey, we have a wonderful working relationship with the Miami PD. So, we'll do whatever we have to do or come to a agreement or whatever. It has to happen for their relationship to continue to be the best. But Tyreek Hill did say he believes that officer who snatched him out the car and put his knee in his back should be fired. Do you think he should be fired?
They put their knee in his back.
Yeah, is that right protocol? I don't know neither. Suspension. No.
Yeah, again, these be gray lines, man. I never really cared for that whole maneuver, especially when it's like 3 or 4 on 1. I never understood.
3 of them, it's like, that's absurd.
I'll never understand the logic of it. And usually the officers are pretty big. They're wearing about 50 pounds worth of body armor or equipment on them.
And they still can't run.
And they still put their weight on top of you. Put their weight on top of you to hold you down, and then let's just put the knee in the back just to act like, I would probably have a little issue with that.
And especially how they kind of put him down on the sidewalk. He was telling him, hey, I just had surgery on my knee. he's telling them, hey, can you just, I mean, I'm sitting down, but yo, I had surgery on my knee, and he's kind of forcing them down a little bit in the video, aggressively.
Too much adrenaline was going on by the end. All of them was all amped up. The officers get amped up. And this is a big thing. If you're an officer and you get amped up from other people's energy, that ain't a good job. That to me, your level of, and we just had a situation like this happen, a few months ago with the young lady that was shot and killed by the officer. Your emotions have to be intact.
Sonya Massey.
Yeah, you can't be emotional. Yeah, people are gonna say things you feel disrespected, but as an officer, someone who's on duty, it shouldn't get under your skin to where you treat them different than you would have if your feelings wasn't hurt. That's always been my biggest thing. Do your job.
Also insinuating that if it wasn't him, what if it, because he's a wealthy, notable athlete, would this situation have been worse? He's also kind of trying to speak out about it.
Yeah, and I understand that. It could have, if he wasn't, but I mean, in reality, we'll never really know what was going through their heads at the time. If they're looking at the car, if they recognize him as a player, these are things.
I really just think they just caught him like because he was speeding, bro. He was
doing 75, like to me, bro. This seems like just a simple, like, and there ain't even no shot to him. But I know that ain't the most expensive car he got. That ain't even. That's the work car. That's I'm on my way to work. So they probably checked him out. Like he probably got a little something, but I don't think this just was probably he was flying, man. And I feel like that because he told them, hey, just do what you got to do. That's his way of basically saying, I know I'm wrong. Write me the ticket. Let me go and get out of here. So,
quick wrap up of the NFL little news. Everybody team won except for Israel's. He said that he got the Falcons and they lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I think I actually watched that game too. That was Sunday, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Sunday. They got Thursday night football tonight. Yeah, we're recording this on a Thursday, guys. But you guys gonna get this on Monday. So we got new tricks, new people, new players coming up, new games I meant to say that's coming up on this Sunday. I'm not going to be able to wrap up this unless we want to stay on this NFL topic, and then we'll talk about something else next episode. But
I do got something I think the viewers will find entertaining.
Go ahead.
Before you even, it's just
so that's it for the NFL. Go ahead though.
Well, no, this is just maybe the end off NFL. It's just something really funny. I don't know if any of the viewers got a chance to catch the Shannon Sharp. You heard it right.
Something else. He is
Had to throw that in there. We don't know how Shannon Sharp got caught lacking with Instagram, but boys and girls, don't mess with your phone when you're at home doing your private.
First of all, okay, you want to hear my theory?
Apologize for that.
You want to hear my theory? I don't think he apologized. I don't think he apologized, Israel. I think he just wanted to talk about it.
He did. He came out with a statement.
So he did an emergency nightcap podcast episode just so he could say, "My bad, I'm sorry that y'all heard me."
Yeah, he could have just kept that. I think
he was more apologizing for the lie because remember his team put out the lie. They were trying to do, they were trying to do damage control. Yeah. And I think it was his thing, just not lying about it, being truthful, saying, hey, it was a mistake, which you can kind of tell it was. It was funny. Now, put it like this, Shannon Sharp, for other people, they would be canceled for stuff like this. But for some reason, I guess because of the authenticness of Shannon Sharp's character and the way he governs his business as far as his podcast and his show, it's just funny. It's almost like
it's cap, bro. All this stuff is cap. Let me
You think
tell y'all, if
is
y'all want a real
advertising
hot
coming?
take, this is cap, bro. He just trying to make sure that people stop calling him gay. That's one. And then also he just putting more spotlight and publicity on what he got going on. He knew exactly. He pressed live, put the damn phone on the ground, and I don't even think they was actually having sex. I really think him and some other person was up there just faking like
Doing the voices. Yeah, because
they
it
were
sounded like a
His
commercial.
dreams.
voice acting. Yes.
It sounded like a commercial for the Magnum company or something like that. Like,
This dude
it's
up here growling.
hilarious.
That was hilarious. I was like, what? This man growling? I'm like, no, he just
that man
need
was
to keep that.
roaring.
That's why I was like, I had to end it off on that with the NFL, just to throw that in there.
I think it's all cap. That's all. That's what I'm gonna say about that. I think that whole thing was a setup stunt. Because why would you do an emergency podcast? He called it an emergency episode. Are you serious? It's not an emergency, bro.
Because you just heard what you heard, but you ain't seen
Nah, that was
nothing.
an emergency. That was an emergency. If you just mind you, he had almost 10,000 people on there.
Oh,
So he probably, I think Solomon, he just was like, just couldn't believe it, man. Like, you know it's him because it's his page. You can hear his voice. You don't know who the young lady is. He probably was just really embarrassed, bro. But I don't know. It could be Cap. Now, I ain't seen no product sold from me yet. But if you start seeing him coming out, if you start seeing him partnering up with Magnum or Trojan,
he is.
Then
he
you know something. Yeah, I see a commercial in the future.
He got a commercial coming because get out of here. I'm sorry. He gonna get on a podcast talking about some what made me laugh was Chad Ochocinco. He said, Unc, I ain't never heard you talk like that before. That was hilarious to me.
That was, yeah. Oh man.
What time we got? Okay, we finna wrap up in a second. Family. I just want to also touch on September 11th, just real quick. We gonna have to do a Patreon or a deep cut because I'm finna expose this whole September 11th stuff. But I will say this. Salute to all of the people who were working that day, the service people, the servicemen and women who wanted to save lives from that building, these two twin towers falling and collapsing. We gonna salute them on this podcast because there are innocent lives that were at stake, and over 2,000 people. It was a lot. I don't even want to. Let me get the real number. I don't even want to just estimate right now. All of those people that passed away, 2,750 people. I just wanted to shout them out. That was back in 2001. I was turning 9 years old that year.
This is like third grade, second grade,
or like third, fourth.
I like third. Yeah.
I was turning 6. I remember that day. I remember that.
So just wanted to mention that before we get off the air or to wrap up this episode. About the September 11th, we do still remember that, and we do want to have in our hearts, the prayers of the family from that, because a lot of that has happened since we were living, and that happened in our time, and we wanted to just shed a little light on the events of September 11th. Family, thank you for tuning in to episode 18. Can y'all believe
yes, sir.
Y'all believe we at
moving
18.
right along.
The Pharaohs Podcast. I'm your host, Solomon. You can find me on Facebook at Cornelius Solomon Walker. If you want to get a book published, you can email me at cwalker1582@gmail.com. And you can find all of us at the Pharaohs Podcast at gmail.com. Israel, where can people find you?
Y'all can find me at jonathanjohnson621.com and at the Pharaohs Podcast.
And Luke, where can people find you?
You can find me at Luke733Lee, the number 9 at gmail.com for any inquiries, any conversations, any consultants, or just to chop it up. Definitely hit us up at Pharaohs Podcast or comment on any videos. Check out our reels. Tell your friends about it. Share about the channel. Show some love to your boys over here.
All right, family. Peace.
Peace.